What's up? It's Ubu, your tech guru, coming straight at you. Got a game. This is actually my first game of domination on the new DLC for Modern Warfare 3 called Sanctuary. But this video is not about the gameplay. I just thought it'd be a cool background or backdrop to a little info post PAX East trip and just some UB updates. For those of you that have been wondering what's going on with Ubu. So, yeah, I went to PAX East this past weekend here, and I don't know what the deal was, but unfortunately, I picked up something on the plane ride there and was like sick the entire weekend, and it was totally bogus. You know, I felt really horrible for Tuxmaster, an online friend. You know, he let me stay in his house while I was there, and he put up with me being sick and not wanting to be at PAX. And you know, I ended up going to PAX on let's see, I flew in on Friday, and you know, was feeling so after the plane, and then I ended up throwing up and feeling like crap. So Saturday when I woke up, you know, I was determined to make it to PAX. You know, I told everybody I was going to go, and I was really excited to check out some of the new games that were coming out, like Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Far Cry 3, Spec Ops, the line. So, you know, I definitely, you know, Tux was nice enough to let me stay in his house, and I had to be a trooper and suck it up. So we get to PAX on Saturday, maybe around 10:30, and man, it is I mean, I had no idea just really how big PAX is. I mean, it's humongous. I mean, when I say humongous, you know, I guess when I read previous years, you know, had 70,000 attendees, I guess that number just didn't really you know, it didn't really I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, compute in my brain, and just really how big of an event this really is. I mean, we're talking everything from you know, small indie computer game developers, you know, to all the way, you know, top-notch developers, 2K games, and you know, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think I noticed Activision there, which was something that Tuxmaster and I were talking about. But anyway, so excuse me, man, I got something in my throat here. Yeah, that's what she said. But so, you know, we got there around like I said, 10:30 a.m. on Saturday. We you know, walked around. I was just kind of like in a daze, you know, not feeling well, and just how really big the event was. It was kind of, you know, the first day was just kind of getting our bearings and just really kind of figuring out where everything was. I mean, there's multiple floors to the convention center. You know, and they had in the beginning, you know, you had to walk through this big chained off, like kind of like what you wait in lines at you know, Six Flags or big amusement parks. But that was just like, I guess, for the first hour or two after they opened. Otherwise, then you could just walk. As long as you had your PAX badge out, they would just flash it with this blue light and make sure it was legit, and then you could just walk in. But yeah, so I mean, it was Saturday. We ended up staying, I think, for only like half the day, just because I wasn't feeling good at all. And after we ended up leaving for lunch, and you know, I thought maybe if I got something in my belly, I'd feel a little better, but I didn't. So unfortunately, you know, we left Saturday maybe around 2 and didn't return. And actually, I think I slept the rest of the whole day. It was kind of, I felt so bad. I mean, you know, flew all the way out there, spent the money for the ticket, and you know, Tux was nice enough to let me stay there, and I just felt like crap. And man, it really did not turn out to be the best trip, to be honest, just because of me not feeling well. And you know, so Saturday I probably slept like 14 hours or more and woke up Sunday morning, you know, I still didn't really feel good. And you know, I told Tuxmaster, I was like, yeah, let's go back and, you know, try to get into some lines, check out some games. So first thing we did when we got back, we went there is we went in the Far Cry 3 line, and that was a good maybe hour and a half wait, and but it was totally worth it. First impressions of Far Cry 3 are, man, it seems like a really solid game. I mean, originally I played Far Cry for the original Xbox. Just there's always just a single player, but now they're adding the matchmaking in there, and it was a game of domination. And you know, I was like feet from Katie Boyd, ex-Bunny Blaze. Unfortunately, I don't know if those of you aren't aware of her situation. You know, Monday morning on April 10th, I believe it was, her home and all her stuff were destroyed by a fire, and luckily she's okay and she's safe. But you know, it's really unfortunate when something like that has to happen to a really good person, you know, in the streaming community. She's a Fragdoll cadet and Gears of War streamer, and I know Kona's Corner and many other people are streaming for her this Saturday, and you know, all proceeds and donations, I believe, are going to help Katie out. I'll put some links in the description for the various channels that are supporting you know, the cause to get Katie some relief. You know, so but yeah, so Far Cry 3 was phenomenal. I thought the graphics were excellent. The coloring, you know, is way different than Call of Duty. Call of Duty is always drab and kind of grayish, you know, darkish colors, and Far Cry 3 is just all brilliant and resilient coloring and great graphics, in my opinion. Controls did seem a little slow, but I mean, I guess being a COD player, you know, I'm so used to the faster controls. You know, it's going to happen with other games where it just doesn't, you know, I guess, you know, that's the only game I can compare it to, because that's really the only first-person shooter that you know, that I really play a lot. So, you know, and then the other game that we stood in line for, which again, actually the Far Cry 3 line was only like 30 minutes. It was Spec Ops, the line, that was about the hour and a half wait, which, to be honest, really wasn't worth it for me. That's a third-person shooter, and so I don't like the third-person view. You know, for shooters, it's just something that's never really appealed to me. So I was kind of let down after waiting all that time to play that game. I mean, the demo, I could have sat there and played the demo for like good 30-40 minutes, I think it was, or something. But it really only lasted in maybe like 10-15 minutes, and that's really all I could put up with for that game. So, and not to mention, I still wasn't feeling really well. But you know, so, you know, I'm really disappointed about the whole trip, to be honest. I mean, besides the fact that it was awesome, Tuxmaster letting me stay with him. You know, I flew out there with huge anticipation of meeting some other YouTube commentators. I wanted to meet Dunkus. I wanted to meet Woody and T. Martin. And, you know, I didn't even end up meeting anybody. It's just, you know, the combination of me not feeling well and, you know, the big YouTubers had their own agendas and their own time schedules and tables and stuff. So I didn't even get to meet anybody, really. I was in line during Spec Ops, and I saw COD Black Ice, which is the, I don't know, I think he's a developer or a community manager for Treyarch, I think, and I've actually got to play with him in a private lobby before, an MW3, doing like a private lobby of Juggernaut, and that was a lot of fun. He's a great guy. Ended up seeing C-Nanners and Justra next to Kona's Corner. Kona actually let them play Spec Ops, and so I was watching them kind of play that. It was kind of neat, you know, standing pretty close to, you know, some YouTube you know, greats, I guess you could call them, or, you know, definitely way above where I'm at. But you know, so unfortunately, like I keep going back to it, but unfortunately, just not feeling well. Really, didn't the trip really wasn't as exciting as I was hoping it was going to be. You know, that's needless to say. I'm definitely going to be you know, trying to attend other big events, and you know, hopefully I don't catch any stupid bugs on any planes. But so, you know, and You know, it was a decent trip. You know, Tuxmaster tried to get me out and check out Boston and showed me some of the cool landmarks, like where the Ivy Leaguers, you know, row down the Boston River, and you know, I had some good food down there. Believe it or not, we didn't have any seafood, and that's probably because of my my stomach was so upset. But so the game's wrapping up here. This was really a lackluster commentary. I just wanted to fill you guys in about the PAX East trip. This was actually my first game on Sanctuary map. We somehow ended up winning, even though I was just getting dominated in the beginning of the match. I forget what I went here, but let's see. So I went, oh, I was top of the leaderboard, 19 and 15. I mean, nothing spectacular, but so that's it, and hope you guys enjoyed the really boring story about my PAX East trip, and that's about it.
Ubu out.